Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nakasaga Angela, your personal growth and confidence coach. Now, in the last video, we tried to explore the meaning of childhood trauma, and today we are looking at the root causes of childhood trauma. What exactly happens in childhood that still follows us to adulthood? Number one, watching your loved one or your mother or father or auntie or your sibling being mistreated, being assaulted, being caused pain. It really hurts and it leaves children traumatized. And number two is bullying. This most especially happens in schools, where some kids are so stubborn to the extent that they keep body shaming others. They keep reminding you of how you are ugly. They keep reminding you of how you have a big nose, of how you are stupid, of how you are not enough. And with time, this becomes like part of you. You're like, okay, since they have repeated this over and over again, maybe it's true. So you will start treating yourself like you are not enough. You start impressing people. Like, we will look at the symptoms and the signs of unhealed childhood trauma. You want to please everyone, but this is as a result of bullying, because those people used to tell you, you are not this, you are not enough, you can't do this, you can't do that. So it sticks to your mind, and later on it registers to you as the normal, and you become behaving like it. So please stop bullying others. Now we've seen the harm it can cause to them. Number three is physical abuse. When children are beaten so severely or spanked, and this leaves them tortured. Like, other parents are too rude that they beat their children to the extent of leaving wounds, causing injuries on their bodies, and this is too bad. The children will feel hurt, and this will torment them the rest of their lives. Our parents, please, we understand you have to discipline us, but to a certain extent. There is no need for you to beat up a child up to the extent of losing consciousness. Why? For whatever crime they have committed, please find proper ways of disciplining them other than beating them so severe to such an extent. Lack of parental love. When we do not receive the love we expect from our parents, like, and you know, with this world, there is what you see, what you receive, and you compare. Now, when you look at the children, other children, maybe at school or in the neighborhood, their parents behave a certain way with them, and when you look at your side, it's like things are totally different. So every time you do not receive the love, the care, and the attention from the parents, these children feel like they are not loved, they are not cared for, and this will take them in a mode of sadness, of self-doubt. They're like, why can't I be loved like the other children? So parents, we have to be conscious about this. Then we have death of a loved one. Some children are so attached to their parents or to their guardians, and when they die, they feel like their whole world is shattered. But I am here to inform you that there work on earth is done. But you being alive means your life has to go on. So yes, get some time to grieve, and we are sorry, we grieve with you, but do not grieve forever. After grieving their death, then you have to pick yourself up together and move on. You have to go on with your life. If you don't and stay in that moment of grieving for a long time, this may set you into depression, and later on you may feel like you want to join them, or you do not see the meaning of life anymore, and this has more bad effects to your life. There is abandonment or neglect, where you are neglected by your parents. This oftentimes happens when parents are too busy at work, or they are drunkards, or they just don't care. They gave birth to the children and left them in the house alone. Now the eldest will face it rough, like they will have to take care of their young siblings. They will have to begin being responsible at a young age, and this gives them no room to enjoy their childhood moments. And in the end, they develop that what we call the codependence syndrome, because they are they did not get this at the time they were supposed to get it. So when they grow up, they expect to get it from whoever they will find, or whoever will date them, and instead of falling in love, they get attached or entangled. So please, parents, let's take our responsibilities and don't ignore these children, because it's doing more harm than good. Well, these days we are having so many traumatized or broken-hearted people just because our parents have not been around, and especially in this generation, parents are not around, they are busy. Yes, you are busy working such that we have good lives, but we also need you. Our parents, please, we need to feel you, we need to have chats with you, we need to share our thoughts with you, we need to have you by our sides. Well, it may not be the whole day, but at least spare some time for us. We need you, please. And if you do not do this, then we are going to suffer. And you know what is funny? Okay, I'm sorry to call it funny, but it's like our parents are doing this unconsciously, like they are not aware what they are doing is even causing problems, because well, they know they are leaving you food, they are paying your school fees, so what else do you want from them? I remember when I was in my secondary school, or right from primary, when I went to boarding school, no one came to visit me from primary 6, 7, senior 1 up to senior 3. But in the first terms, I felt bad, I cried, and then later on, I became used, like, don't tell this to my daddy. But when I went to my secondary school, after what I had seen in primary, in those 2 classes, I told them my parents are out of the country, because, well, I just couldn't think of any other thing to tell them, because my dad was there, but he was busy. He could not come. He was too busy making money. So he abandoned me, and this cost me a lot. Yes, I found myself, like I shared with you in the last video, I found myself doing things, and I was like, okay, now I'm being too sensitive, I am so controlling, I'm so irritating, like small things make me irritated. So until when I found out that this came from way back, in childhood. So please, parents, be present. Be present. Being told you cannot feel or express your feelings, this causes trauma. How? Like if you are sad, if you are happy, you are hungry, you are bored, you want to ask for something, you were told you can never say anything. This means even if you do, no one is going to listen. No one is not even going to consider it. No one is going to consider it. So you end up being there like a robot, like you can never say anything. And this continues even in adulthood. There are those people who can never say out anything. They can never share what they are going through. But then we wonder why. It's probably it happened to them in the childhood that they were told they are in no position to express their feelings. And that is bad, because we are emotional beings, we have feelings, and every time we share, we feel better. Like when you feel hurt or seen, you feel better, you feel loved and cared for. So when you shut me up, this is causing something to me. It is, you are letting me know that not at any point do I need to talk or share or say out what I feel. And we have ended up getting so many suicidal cases just because you get into a situation and you cannot share because you do not know that. No, they have told you it is okay to feel whatever you feel alone. Like you cannot share, and when you get overwhelmed, you do not see any way out, then you decide to take your life. But the good news is we can work on this. We can heal that inner child. We shall look at that in the coming videos, how we can bring back our inner child, how you can love, how you can validate that 5-6 year old girl in you. Okay, now let's continue with living in dangerous neighborhoods where you every time hear people quarreling, people fighting. It leaves you traumatized, like you do not understand what is happening. And that's why we end up sometimes seeing these children fight, and we wonder why. Where did they get this habit from? I mean, you've not seen anyone fight around, but it is because maybe they had it from the neighborhood, or the kids they play with have exuded that habit, and as children nabo ne bajibakira. So childhood trauma is real. It is happening. So many people cannot express themselves. They cannot share what they are going through. They cannot speak up. They are not confident. They have low self-esteem because of childhood trauma, because of what they went through as they were growing up. And we are sorry, we will have to talk about it. Our parents will forgive us, but we want other parents, the upcoming parents, to avoid this as much as possible. Yes, you do this maybe subconsciously, but how about we take time to listen to our children? How about we give them attention? How about we ask them what they are going through? You know, some parents are too funny that even when they see you cry, it's like they do not care. They cannot even ask what is wrong. But if my parents, if someone I call mine cannot care, then you think I can trust someone else? You think I can trust an outsider? If my own have mistreated me, if my own have not been there for me, then that means I cannot trust anyone else. That's why we have trust issues, because you did not see this when you are growing up. We have problem accepting ourselves because when you are growing up, they used to tell you all sorts of things. They call you all sorts of names. They told you all the negative words, how you can never be anyone, how you are not enough, how you are ugly. But please, parents, yes, you could be going through something, but can we work on this? Can we please work on this? Because trust me, it's doing more harm than good. We are having damaged partners, but where did the damage come from? From home. We are having children who cannot speak up, children who do not care about others, children who are bitter. And where is the problem coming from? It is coming from home. So my dear parents, I'm appealing to you, please, let's do our best. It's our responsibility to break this pattern. Yes, our parents did that. It's not good what they did, but probably they did not know even what they were doing was wrong. Now us that know the right way, how about to practice it? How about we do our best to bring out good children and confident children, and they'll make us happy. This world will be a better. Sorry, I went a little emotional, but you know this topic, and because I have been there, sometimes I feel so bad when I talk about this, because it's our parents, it's actually the people we know that make us go through this pain, that make us hate people, that make us hate the world, and it is too bad. So I want us to take this opportunity to look into ourselves and see how best we can improve on this. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, and for commenting. I really appreciate, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.